Um, I tell you, when you're a Star Wars fan, it's not that I see Star Wars and everything. It's just when the author is obviously using something out of it, you identify it right away. So, for example, someone claims it's a trap. That's a Star Wars fan author. Someone's fighting with the dark side throughout this book. That's a Star Wars thing, and it's good. I like it. I try not to let it imbue everything. I just want to read things for what they are, but still, it happens. So here we have, when this one ended, I said in the previous video, it was this last paragraph with a few pages before it that just, just really stuck in me. Now, when we get to that in this, it doesn't quite go the way I thought it would, but that is an okay thing. It is a complete slant, so maybe he went, oh, that's a little too predictable. We're gonna go this way with it. And so two people from Kahan, our lead, two people from his past turn up, and they are in positions of power, prisoner and prison keeper for these two people. The goal of our villain, she is trying to raise a god that's trapped under the ground. I guess literally trapped under the ground. And the goal of this god is to come up, decimate all life on the planet, and everyone goes off to some kind of heaven or paradise. But it doesn't really, against everybody's will, and is it going to be paradise when they get there? So she needs a combination of things. She needs power and she needs a key, and these come in the form of people. Kahan is one of them, and this daughter of a previous ruler is the other one, the key. So they go off after the end of the first book to Kahan and his group go to live in the forest. This is their only chance to escape. And along the way, in a desperate moment, he decides to use some of his power to draw on life to get power in order to use it, defend the people he loves. So, normally you could sort of do it with, say, you take a little from like the plant life of the woods, but it's unreliable. They won't always give it to you. So in desperation, he reaches further into the ground, and there's something not right there, and he does use it, but it infects him. And throughout this book, he is more aloof. He has to push everyone away. He's being infected, and he is in a battle with himself over this, to the point of it affecting his thinking. And so, for example, another character with his, a related power, she's a very good healer, and she thinks she can heal him. She doesn't quite know what's wrong with him, only that there was something wrong with him, and he puts her away. And you think to yourself, well, if he knows this is wrong, why doesn't he just go ahead and let her help? Well, it's because he's not thinking straight and clearly. This thing is infecting him, and it's trying to get out of his prison. And she just, all right, I'll do what you say, and then back off. I almost wondered if perhaps at any moment she could just catch him sleeping and go ahead and do it, but maybe she just doesn't understand and just decides to go with her wishes. Otherwise, that's a plot hole. Oops. But I don't think so. It works out the way it works out. It's smoothed out. If it's a plot hole, it's a little tiny one. And so throughout this, and we have talk about another Star Wars thing. We have another character in here that reminds me of Asajj Ventress. She's a bad one. She's with the bad people, the Rye, who are the rulers. Let's call them the rulers of the world, because that's true. They are at war with themselves or at war with everybody else, and they behold any kind of weakness as something to be dominated or destroyed. And well, the magic system in this has to do with this sort of symbiotic relationship with what's called a cowl, and it's just some imbuement of magic within you. And she had hers ripped out of her by Kahan. Usually this results in death, but she survived it. And now she has become a null field. So when she's around, nobody else can use their magic. And the hatred she has for Kahan, she's trying to hunt him down and kill him and take revenge for this. But at the same time, with her own people, they view her as an abomination. And so even though she's still clinging to them, They do not like her, but they do use her. And bit by bit, she starts to think, why am I with these people then? What good are they to me? Everything is selfish, and it's little steps. She hasn't jumped to the light side, but she's working on it. And I kind of want to see her go that way. I wonder if she'll fully go that way or just get part way there. Like I said, this book does have, it almost feels like predictable things, and then it slants off to another way. And so we'll see what, she was the one I was actually most compelled to read about. I will say that Kahan's duel with evil within himself, that's actually pretty compelling. So her name is Sora. Hers is like just right behind his as far as what I enjoyed reading about this book. You do read about more Rye in this, and some of their inner politics and struggles and competitions and so forth. They really are delightful in their capacity as bad guys. So, for example, when they have executions, they have celebrations. A really neat thing in here, during part of an execution, is this thing called the Slow Lands. It is presented kind of as a desert, but when you are thrown into the Slow Lands, it's not like you walk out and die of thirst or something. It's like time slows down for you, and it doesn't get to a point that says you are eternally sitting in one spot while you're trying to run away really slow. Someone throws a spear and it slowly gets to you, and if it does, it kills you, and so on. And there's just bodies littered everywhere. I thought that was a really neat thing in here, a time stop execution. That is, let's see, that's east and west. So in this world, in this map, I was a little off for some reason. I kept thinking, well, this was north and this was south. No, it's this is north and this is south and this is east and west, and this is all woods. This is all the slow land desert where they have their executions. And all this comes together so nicely. There's a lot of there weren't as many viewpoint characters in this. This is just one viewpoint character after another. This is all over the place, but it's not messy. It actually weaves together really good, and I actually enjoyed that one. The, how shall I say, this is very definitely a 3-act play. So when we get towards the end of this, any 3-act play, the second act puts the good guys in a very rotten spot, and this is no exception. And it is a compelling rotten spot. Kahan's situation with his past, and now that he's this being used as a power conduit for an evil god, the rise of something evil coming out of the ground. And so now again we have an ending that compels me to go to the third, which is going to be called Heart of the Wyrdwood, and that comes out in late June, and I will indeed pick that one up. My next book I'm reading, I do not have yet because it is coming tomorrow, and tomorrow is its publishing day, and Amazon says they can deliver it day one. And so it is called Anji Kills a King by Evan Leakin, Leikam. This reads, an unlikely assassin struggles to escape a legendary bounty hunter in this breakneck fantasy debut that will grab you by the throat, perfect for fans of Joe Abercrombie, R.F. Kuang, and Christopher Buehlman. She killed for a cause. Will she die for it too? Anji works as a castle servant, cleaning laundry for a king she hates. So whenever her opportunity presents itself, she seizes the chance to cut his throat. Then she runs for her life. In her wake, the kingdom is thrown into disarray, while a bounty bigger than anyone could imagine lands on her head. On her heels are the fabled mercenaries of the Menagerie, whose animal-shaped masks are magical relics rumored to give them superhuman powers. It's the Hawk who finds Anji first, a surly aging swordsman who has her own reasons for keeping Anji alive and out of the hands of her fellow bounty hunters, if only long enough to collect the reward herself. With the rest of the Menagerie on their trail, So begins an alliance as tenuous as it is temporary, and a race against death that will decide Anji's fate and may change the course of a kingdom. The cover here, oh, I'm not going to be able to, I'm going to move that right over there. I don't know if you can get it by aiming the camera correctly. Anji kills a king, evenly. So that is next. It arrives tomorrow. Hopefully I'm glad I got to read a book in a week and do a video in a week. Work was a little easier enough in places this week. I could get some extra reading time in. So next week, hopefully next Monday, 1 week away, Anji kills a king. Late June for the other one. After that, I'll do a little sci-fi jump. There we go. See you next week. Thanks so much. Bye-bye now. Oh, beautiful day, isn't it? Thank you.